So what do you need to know before you get to the nursing home and you start the tour? The first thing you want to do is when you make the call, find out how they answer the call. Is your call picked up right away? What does the receptionist ask you in terms of identifying information as to where she places the call? After that, is it a voicemail that you receive, or is somebody able to take the call and answer your questions? So the kind of tone that you get when you first contact the facility is an important indicator of how they handle visitation, how they handle tours, how they handle all that kind of thing. And it can give you just a feel for what you're going to get when you get to the facility. That may or may not be true, but it's a good indicator. Once you get to the facility, how are you greeted? How long do you have to wait before somebody comes to meet with you on a scheduled visit? If it's an unscheduled visit, that time might be a little longer. If you just walk into the facility without placing a call and ask to be on a tour, you may or may not get the tour. Those are all kinds of things that are important, though, as you interface with the facility and try to understand the logistics of how they handle visitors, how they handle calls, that kind of thing. When you're walking around, where do they take you? A lot of times you're in a conference room and they won't take you anywhere else. You're in the nice part of the facility. You don't get to see a resident room. You don't get to see the kitchen. You don't get to ask whether they do the laundry here or they have it shipped out. All these other kinds of questions about recreation, food, environment are very important. And if you can do some homework ahead of time and create some questions on a sheet that you can kind of look at and ask, I guarantee you'll get more attention than just asking. The number one question I'm always asked is, what's your staff to patient ratio? That's a difficult question to answer from a facility standpoint because morning, noon, and night there are different staff to patient ratios, and it's all because people are up and needing care during the day and people are sleeping at night. So there are other smaller questions that you can ask that can give you the real information you're looking for about that question. So do your homework ahead of time. Go in the facility, make observations. It's the five senses, right? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? You know, what are the other residents looking like in the facility? That can tell you an awful lot on the tour about what a facility is like and whether it's the right facility for your loved one or not.